Hey everybody, it is Sunday afternoon. Andrew is on his second day of Ed Sheeran, and as the rest of the country knows, or those overseas don't know, we've been going through an extremely wet patch in New Zealand. After having massively fine days, we've got flooding up north and extreme rain forecast for tonight. But ta-da! At the moment we have high cloud, some blue sky, and we have the timber to start building the walls. Josh is going to put this onto time lapse now, and we're going to turn around and we're going to I'm going to help Sam. I'm going to be the labourer. So I've got my labourer shirt on. Here we go.
Alright, it's a little bit of midweek update from me. This is the first day that I've gotten. I've been working on Ed Sheeran for the last 5-6 days during the day, so I haven't been able to do anything. But I've got another shift tonight, and then I'm finally finished with all that. In the meantime, all of the wood has arrived for the walls, or at least it should be pretty much all of it. Should be able to get the walls up on the workshop outside. We've also heard back from the film digitizers. So we'll be getting that once they've sent the invoice through, and we'll be getting that hopefully pretty soon. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that's about it from me. The camcorder footage has all been converted and is ready to go. So it's time to take a trip back through time. But we're gonna have to make some cuts.
Need the car.
We won't find your car, mate. Motorway's fucking totaled.
We're just looking after them until they can be given their rightful rest. Are there any questions? Right, just check 1 second. Okay, I want to do that one more time, okay? Good morning. Today I decided what I might do is take you through an audition, how I do an audition and how the process works for me. So the first thing I do is I come, this is my office, not a very big office, but it's my office, Mr. Mel Gibson, thank you. And I come in here and I will download or upload off my site the script and print it out. And at this point here we have the scenes that I have to learn. At the moment I have 2 rather large scenes. Okay, so what I've done is I've gone and I've done a very rough read of the script. Some scripts you can learn straight away, three readings and you know your script very well. This script is a little bit difficult. It's quite different sort of writing than I'm used to. The first scene is in fact the character's invisible, so it needs to be very vocally correct. It needs to be very deep. I don't tend to work in a deep range, and it needs to be with an English, French or European accent. So my plan of attack is to just speak extremely clearly and try and be slightly English. I'm not going for the whole, oh man goodness gracious me, English accent. If you don't bring my heart before me, wrong. If you don't bring my heart to me before the clock strikes 5, I know about this much of that scene. Hopefully within an hour and a half that scene will be learnt. About 20 minutes later a couple of cups of coffee, and a lot of walking around and talking. This is the first scene, so it's now starting to settle into little patterns and starting to make a lot of sense. I will do terrible things to you, this tavern, and anyone in it. It's getting the shape of the scene. So once I've got the shape of a scene, then you can start doing all the performance related stuff. At this point, we now move on to the second script and work on the overall audition. We ghosts have been trapped there, some for many years and some for a few. In the perfect world, I would have the words down pat right now and we'd be working on the next phase. Now, to combat this, I've gone to the scenes. I've taken the scenes from the wall and I've put them down here in front of me on a marker so I can refer to them. Most of them will simply try to seek peace or cause you havoc. But there is one evil force remains trapped. Okay, so we've now moved on to 2 o'clock, Tuesday afternoon. I have just been running both scenes back to back for about 40 minutes. I want my heart. Find it and bring it to me. 25 to 1 on Wednesday morning. We've tried to run the lines with words and with a reader, so it's got a little complicated. Feel like giving up right now. This is standard procedure of any audition process. 12 hours before the audition. We've come up with a costume. Basically, the sea costume just gives the idea of the character, and I will have boots, but they're very wet from the storms we're having at the moment. Bring me my heart before the clock strikes 5, or I will cause trouble. You are a good girl, Megan. My cafe is in good hands. This place used to be very popular in my day. Right, that was it. It's 25 past 1 on Thursday. The audition was 10:30 this morning. I think the audition went very well and well worth all the work. Did both scenes twice. Got an extremely positive reaction from the casting people. Trouble is you can't tell. It's Sam's birthday. Happy birthday, Sammy! Fire truck, show us the fire truck, Sam. Wow, and does it make a noise, Sam?
January 27th, 2015, 16. This is the weirdest way to record something. So, do you play any sports, Josh?
I play rugby and cricket.
What was it like filming The Stranger?
I can't remember.
It's 2023.
Yep, here we are for BTM. Difference being, this is on our old new 8mm Handycam, and that is a great example of once you put stuff on film, it's there for eternity. So even though what you've just seen was on an old 8mm videotape, the guys at the dub shop went and put that into digital format for us. I love the bit with the boys when they are so young clowning around. Not much difference these days really, He said, I haven't seen Sam and Andrew dance for quite a while. That's quite a good example of what we're doing now being there for forever. So if you've got your camera and you've got your ideas, you know, that's what we're about, isn't it?
So, right next to me now is a hole in the shed wall. This is roughly where this is where the workshop will come to, and there'll be a door around here, and we can walk through, and it's coming along quite nicely. Yeah, so it's just strange to have a big hole in the side. We're gonna get a tarp, cover it up, because we can't put the door on straight away. That's the end of this week. It's been pretty interesting taking a trip back through time, seeing some clips of myself and my brothers and my dad that haven't been seen in many, many years. The full 1 hour version of all of that old footage is going to be available on our Patreon, which is in the link in the description below. Completely uncut, everything you just saw and more. There is so much that I cut out of this week's video because, an hour down to 5-6 minute sections. There's so much you've missed out on. A lot of audition tapes, which is interesting. But aside from that, that's where we're gonna leave the video for today. I am shooting with Mark on Monday, so tomorrow. If you like the video, remember to leave a like and leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel. They will help us out a lot, help us get seen. You can also obviously head to our Patreon where you get extra content, and executive producer level patrons get their names put right here and in our credits. But aside from that, we'll see you next week. Bye.